Hi guys, let me make some adjustments here
Hi guys, we're back.
to get your headphones connected. You need to wipe your face. Okay, wipe your face. Go wipe your face.
I did. So I need a camera.
Like a mirror. That we gotta go in the bathroom. Actually, you got it all over your arm. So she's having Nutella.
There.
She recently got introduced to Nutella and really likes it, and that's what she's snacking on after she's had her fish fillets, like she calls it. And I've already started. I've been sitting here hanking anyways because I have a lot of hanking to do. So I thought, well, just go ahead and work on this until time, and then
I
I'll.
thought you were gonna shut.
No. I need the door open. Need the door open. No, I said I'll shut it after my live. We have to leave it open. Leave it open. Pull it open. If you're not a good girl, then I'm taking the iPad. Come on. Thank you. Much better. Yeah, I was considering, do I want to dye some orders? Do I want to work on my color chart? And then I thought, well, I need to do a lot of hanking. And I don't know, I think I slept on my hip wrong or something. I woke up this morning and it just was not cooperating with me. And the more I stand on it, the more grumpy it gets. So we're doing this today. So welcome to all the lurkers. Welcome to anyone that might be watching on archive. We're having a chill day today. This was very easy to set up. Those that don't that just do your videos in the same place. This is actually really nice to just. I pulled a table around to put my computer on. Adjusted some lighting. I had to close that curtain and turn those lights on, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of prep required when you're just in your comfort zone anyways. This is where I do everything. This is where everything is within reach. Everybody's got their little spot where they like to go. This is my spot. So basically what I'm doing is I am weighing out. Got a ton of these. These are, never did figure out why they call it sport weight. I love this yarn sport weight. It is not sport weight. Hey Joy, how are you? Thank you for coming in. It's DK. Never could figure out why they label it as that. Let me find the right there. It's a 3-way, but yet I love this sport. But anyways, I am hanking these skeins. They're 71 grams, so I have to actually tie in yarn to make it to 100. So I have my scales down here on the floor, and I just add it all up on my calculator, make sure I get to 100. So if you ever order any DK acrylic, there will be at least one knot in it because I have to do that. Because they come to 71, so that means I have to add 29 grams. And a lot of times it's more than 71. Sometimes it's less, but most of the time it's 72, 73, 74, 75. I mean, yeah. So that's what I do. Sit here, and I didn't want to show you the whole Swift because that could make you dizzy. But I want you to see enough to where you can see what I'm doing. So do the proctology thing like Dee says. Let me weigh this one. This one's 70, 74. there was there's 73. I'll say 73. It's 14 on one I just rolled, so 100 minus 14 is 86, so that means I put that whole thing on there. Minus 73, which means I need 13 off of the next one. So this one will have 2 knots in it, but I'm always very careful to make sure the joins are very secure. They're not going to go anywhere. And I trim them down as well, so you don't have to trim them. But I always make sure they are good and tight. Lost my little bottle. I had a little pill bottle. I keep scratching it. Oh, she didn't take it. Anyways.
Hey, Grandma, is this the right foot?
Let me see it. I can't. Yes, it is. I think. No. Oh, sorry. I see it now. The other foot. Just putting on some boots with shorts.
You.
And instead of using this, which I normally do, but since I'm doing acrylic gets really staticky. Hey, Bridget, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I kind of just run my finger in the spokes like that because I don't get a shot.
Here we go. And now one more boot.
Somewhere around here, I have a cable that I used to use whenever I would work on computers. I have a history of being a nerd.
Yeah, and you're not a nerd.
I'm not.
Uh-uh.
Hi, Frozen Stone.
High five.
But if I had that, I could attach it to something metal and attach it to my wrist, and I'd be good. But it's been forever since I have, well, much even seen a tower. Usually laptops is what I'm doing now, which I probably should still have it for that, but no, I don't. I have no idea where that thing went off to. So what's everyone doing today? It doesn't really look like it, but we have a bright day. It's cloudy, but it's bright. I don't know. It's kind of like the sun is in and out, but it's gorgeous. I mean, it's perfect. I would ask the lady on the shelf the temperature, but she would probably answer all of you guys if I did that. Anyone that has an ALEXA. Hi, Barbara. So glad you come in, sweetie. Good to see you. Having a chill day today. Get another one out. I got a bunch of this. I've already hanged a bunch. It's like a kitchen size trash bag right here it's full, but I'm still shoving them down in there. But I have a lot that I need to do. All right, there's 73 on there. I need 13 off of it, so I roll it down to 60. And this is a fun, easy thing to do. I can do it while I'm watching TV. Do it while I'm live streaming. You're working on an order. I had to decide. I was trying to decide, do I want to die in order? Or...
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
But then my hip told me, no, you're going to sit today. I have been really busy. I mean, like pretty much all week long. I don't sit until, after I pick up my daughter from work. So that's like, I sit in the car to go get her. If you want to count that, it's 8:45 p.m. Sometimes, there was one night I had some yarn that I had to spin dry and hang up after I got her from work. So that night it was probably 9:45 until I sat down. But yeah, it's been late. Staying on my feet all day long, and then I think that's why I'm having trouble now.
And Grandma almost left me outside.
No, I did not. You were. What did you do? You were blowing dandelions all over me and my yarn, and I told you don't do that. And then you did it again.
And then I almost left Fluffy outside, and then
Oh, now that's on my lap, sweetheart. I gotta.
and then she almost left me outside. And that what happened.
Well, what I said was, well, I guess we're going in, and she thought I was leaving without her.
Yeah, and I said, no, don't leave without me.
See, she and I have this invisible rubber band connected from her to me, and it's about 10 or 15 feet long. And that rubber band will only go to maybe 20 or 25 feet, and then it snaps her right back. She doesn't leave my side. Which I'm glad. I don't want her to. Don't stinker. All right, let's see. We're 64.
I'm covered.
Let me see.
There.
Yeah, sometimes.
I got me on for a while. I looked over.
We're at 59. Okay. That's good. We'll leave it at that.
Look at my got out.
So I needed 60 to make 100 grams, and I got 59. So I threw in an extra one.
I hate the sun.
Open the door, please.
The sun is too bright.
Who are you pretending to be?
A vampire.
A vampire. Yeah, vampires don't like the sun, do they? So Barbara Riggle Baker says she's doing what she has been doing for the past month and a half, going through my belongings to pack, to move, and waiting on a place to open up. Oh, wow, baby. Are you excited, or is this like a mandatory, like don't want to move but you have to? Would love to move. I've been in the same place since 1996. I mean, it's not fun to move. And before that, I did, several times. I was young. That's just what you do. But I remember how much trouble. I mean, actually, at the time, I had caged, and I had guinea pigs, and I had fish. Moving the guinea pigs wasn't so bad, but moving fish is a nightmare. A nightmare. And of course, I also have a piano. That's not fun to move.
Yes.
And actually, when I first moved in here, I had a water bed. I mean, that's not so bad. It's a lot of work to drain it, fill it back up. I actually installed it for easier, moving. Gosh, water beds. It seems that's been 100 years ago. I loved my water bed, though. It was nice and cold in the summer, and it was warm and snuggly in the winter. You've been here for 13 years. Boyfriend decided to kick me out and move in. Oh, my goodness. Move in with another woman. I live upstairs in his house. Wow. So it's not a want to move kind of thing. Sorry to hear that, Barbara. Well, like they always say, when God closes one door, two more doors open. So, you know, this this could be the perfect opportunity to be a complete life changer for the better. You know, there could be some blessing waiting for you somewhere. Keep you in our prayers, Barbara, that you find a place and that everything goes smoothly and actually better than how you would hope them to be. So, Sally, how are you? And what are you working on if you're working on anything? I am hanging up some yarn. I got a lot of yarn to hang, and that's what I figure I will do today because this is still yarn dyeing related. Gotta hang the yarn before you can dye it. And actually, I came up with an idea last night. Well, I didn't technically come up with the full idea by myself. Well, first of all, it started with I've been working on these socks and having a blast with them. Working on a shawl, says Frozen Stone. So I'm working on socks, and it is so addictive. I don't want to do anything else but these socks. And one sock that belongs to the baby, and I'm almost done with the second one, the matching one. Baby, don't do that. And I'm picturing her, you know, walking around in just the socks, which I'll probably make her wear shoes with them, so to minimize the wear. But then I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a good sturdy pair of socks that maybe I could put them on them like puff paint kind of thing and make them, you know, kind of like slipper socks or socks that you sleep. So then I thought, well, I would want to do it in a sport or a DK way. And then I thought, well, acrylic is really sturdy. Shh. Baby, you don't need to make all that noise. I was thinking acrylic is really sturdy. It's not stretchy, doesn't have nylon, all that stuff. And it would probably be the most stupidest idea ever. But I thought, what would it be like to make sport or even fingering weight socks with acrylic yarn? So I actually looked it up. Knitting socks on acrylic yarn. And surprisingly, there's not a whole lot of videos about that. There's mostly videos about which is better, wool or acrylic, which we already know which would be better for socks. Definitely wool. But so then I thought, well, maybe I need to make a video about it. And I've also been kicking around the idea of making self-striping, even more so than what I already make. I mean, what I do right now, it would make self-striping like probably one or two rounds, one color, and then one or two rounds before it would change to another color. And I would like to have something more, you know, like the baby sock, something that changes, has more rows in it than just one or two. So I was like, okay, so what does other YouTubers say about how to dye self-striping yarn? Your feet will sweat off will sweat off very body from her head. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured they would probably be super duper very bad. Okay. Sweat off very bad for the body when Elizabeth's free from her. Yeah, I remember hearing about that before, about wear good warm socks when you go outside to stay warm. But I'm curious what it would look like, feel like, you know, just something to sleep in. Yeah, I don't know. I might not. I wouldn't do it with this, but I do have a special hank of yarn back there that Nomad threw in for free, a finger and weight. I think it might even be soft yarn. I can't remember the content. I know it was wool, superwash wool, but I know it's fingering weight, so I mean, either way, I can still make socks. But yeah, that might be one of my next ones I grab because I have to test on more soon. I haven't done it yet, but I know that I will. Hi, Kristen. Thank you for coming in today. I have to. But I also have some cashmere up there. I'm looking up on my shelf. I have some cashmere that has been sitting so pretty in a little bag. It came from ice. It's still in its bag, and it's just gorgeous. And there's 4 of them, and they want to be socks as well. Well, it's not just cashmere, of course. It would be like I would never make anything with it. Probably if it was pure cashmere, it would just sit there, and I would just look at it. But that wants to be socks as well. Plus, um, Lord, the years I can't remember if it was last year. I think yeah, it was last year. I'm pretty sure when I went to the Shenandoah Fiber Festival and got some soft yarn with I bought a a companion color to the cuff, the heel, and the toe with. So that wants to be a sock one day. And this little knot is not going to pull out for me, so I'm going to have to cut it. Sometimes I can work them and they'll just pop right out. It's cool, but not this one. The cat wants to. They use this pedestal here that I have this, well, I call it a pedestal, this wooden thing that my husband made. They use it to scratch their claws, sharpen their claws on it. He wants to, and I've got a lot of stuff around it right now. Just hang in there, buddy. A little bit longer. Hang in there, buddy. So yeah, and then I've got several 9-inch circulars that are empty. I don't even know honestly how many it is. And I will revisit the magic loop method one day. I feel like I need to get a little bit more confident just simply making socks. I don't want to have to worry about the whole, well, ladders for one thing. That's my biggest pet peeve with the magic loop is just I can't, no matter how tight I pull the first, second, third stitch from the ladder, it doesn't matter. They're there. But actually, now that I think about it, I was doing these on magic loop. I don't remember how far I got. Well, I was just going to say there's no ladders, but I think I am seeing a little something right there I'll have to touch up on. Yeah. And I did my sock. Yeah. It's on the opposite side too. So yeah. Yep, there's my ladders for my magic loop. So I need to get used to just 9-inch circulars, I guess, for now. Till I get more confident. Okay, so this was 20. There was 73 on there, and I took off 60. So it's 13. So this will probably, it'll take a little more than this one. They're usually around 73, 74. Yeah, that was 73 grams. So that means I take this one down snip this off. So yeah, I am working on an idea for that. I didn't finish that thought. Sorry about that. Working on an idea for self-striping. And I've seen this video years ago, but I watched it again last night from Expression Fiber Arts. And she was talking about making a very long hank of yarn, and she was actually walking it around her kitchen chairs. And I remember somewhere else seeing a video of someone making a very long hank of yarn, but they used two yarn swifts. And they were, positioned, good distance from each other, more than that, but several feet. And that's how they made one long hank of yarn. So that's what I was going to do. This one here is on a movable thing. I can just move this other side of the room, and I can take my sandwood and attach it to something and use those two. But that's what I want to do, and I was thinking about going ahead and trying it with acrylic. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how that would turn out. Bridget says very bad. What if I did fingering? So have you made socks with acrylic yarn, Bridget? You have a lot more history with knitting than I do. I'm fairly newbie. I made one of those. Yes. Okay, Bridget says I made a knitting naughty out of PVC pipe and a few fittings. I get self-striping yarn with the hanks I make with it. Yeah, I suppose if you make it really big. Go play, baby. You don't need a binky. Go play.
Put my binky in.
Okay, now go play. She's pretending she's a baby. She never took a binky, but she's pretending she does now. Yeah, I don't know where I got the measurements from, but I basically told my husband, this is what you need. This is, how to make it. And he made it for me. But then when I started, wrapping it around, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so big. And, and it was a very large, that's a really good idea. And you've made slippers out of acrylic yarn. You can't wear them longer than 5 minutes because you overheat from them. Now, what weight was those slippers, Bridget? Wait, let me read this one. It's acrylic because it's plastic and okay. And traps heat, so it doesn't matter the weight of the yarn. It's the material in which it was made from. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I better not do that, huh? That's a lot of time to waste on something that's just going to be never used. Well, that would be an excellent way, though, if you want good, warm slipper socks. So, you have slippers that don't do that good. Oh, my. Of course, I guess it would also, I'm sure the climate would play a role, too. Maybe for farther north, which you and I aren't that far apart, but somebody that's, this baby's always hot, and she would be the one I'd be making them for, so it's probably not a good idea. She's a hot-natured child. I forgot to mute. Not mute, but change the focus on my. Just go away. I have a special live streaming focus. It shuts everything off. I don't get anything at all. Maybe that's why I can't find a video of anybody making them, because everybody knows better but me. I just want to make socks out of everything. I want all socks. I've got sock yarn out in the shed that I bought years ago. Some of them was like, "Hey Tank, thank you for watching and working." But I've got sock yarn I've been collecting over the years. I mean, I've got some that even was given to me before I started my channel, and I was getting donations of yarn from different people in the church, the online church. And there was a box that came one time that was part of a real estate, I don't know what you call it, but appraiser type thing. I don't know, but it was 60 pounds of yarn, and it was 2 boxes, and I think they were like $60 each to ship. I paid for one, they paid for the other. I helped out with the shipping, but it had everything, everything, and it even had some vintage yarn. I mean, I have an unboxing video of that actually. So yeah, I did have my channel, but it was, yeah, all kinds of stuff in there. And cotton, that was the first time I'd ever had cotton yarn. I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, this is cotton. They were all in a separate Ziploc bag. I'm like, check this out. There's actual cotton yarn. I thought I was special. It's funny how far you can go, you guys probably remember when cake yarn first came out. Remember how excited we were over that? It's like, what a cool idea. Look at these. They're so pretty. I remember just simply hanks. Like, I always thought that was something that you had to be like total professional to be able to buy a hank of yarn and put it on a Swift and cake it up. And but that was for the professional knitters and crocheters. Me, I'm just a skein kind of person. I was thinking, wow, it's crazy how you progress. Well, even people nowadays that still, like, say, my grandma, for instance, but then again, though, yarn used to be in hanks back then, too, when you had somebody sit on the floor with their hands like that for you, holding the yarn while you roll it into a ball. But she wouldn't know what a cake of yarn is. I could tell her, go buy me a cake of yarn, and she'd probably look at me funny. This is also a lady that used to crochet with thread. Actually, that's all she did was thread. Totally fine, Tank. Whatever you gotta do, sweetheart. Glad you're hanging out with us. Hanging out, yeah. Hanging out with us. Yeah. Tank? I said Tank is hanging out with us. Say hi to Tank. Hi, Tank. Gotta be the proctologist again. I don't see. Oh, wait, there it is. Now, if I wasn't already knitting socks, I would probably want to try the small Addy as well. I don't know. I don't have much luck with my Addy. I mean, okay, I use it a lot at Christmas time when I want to whip out a bunch of hats and like as a gift and whatnot. But for the most part, it stays in the tub, packed away with some yarn. Not really packed away, but it's in a tub in the bathroom. Oh, Tank said hi, Alexandria.
Hi, hi, Tank.
Bridget says I posted some pictures from fiber to cow. This lady says I was always told you can't crochet with
Hey,
hand
Tank.
spun yarn.
Let me
Oh my
tell you
gosh.
something. Hey, Tank. Are you listening, Tank? Well, YouTube she took off. On YouTube she took off Tank, and she has took it off his clown.
It's on there.
Yeah.
She's talking about the time when she started watching some stuff on YouTube. I mean, she doesn't know
no,
how
to
to.
me one. You take off this one.
Yeah, but it's on there now.
No, I'm not watching the nice one.
I know you're not. Anyways, that's funny. Can't crochet with hand spun yarn. And Barbara says, I hope I didn't miss anything. He came home and helped him untie the load he got at an auction. Plus, needed to know when he was coming in, go through some stuff. Totally understand, Barbara. You also do whatever you need to do, hon. I do the same thing when I'm watching videos or lives. A lot of times I'll put them in my earbuds and stay busy. I'm all the time busy. It actually feels weird to sit, actually. Well, it's like I was saying earlier. I stay busy all the time. I'm rarely sitting, but my hip, well, it's my back actually, but it hurts my hip. It's lower, actually, it's middle back discs that is the pain's radiating to my hip. Just makes me feel like it's my hip, but it's not. But I think I laid on it wrong last night, and it's just been giving me a time all day. It's worse when I'm standing for a long time. Just like you can't crochet with hand dyed yarn. Funny, my dress looks awesome from your yarn. Yeah, you've kind of proven that you can definitely crochet hand dyed yarn and make it look pretty darn hot too, huh? Oh my gosh. Yeah, she is a chatterbox. She was trying to tell you about a time when I had deleted the YouTube app from her iPad because she kept getting into scary stuff, and I had to explain to her what she can and can't watch. And now she knows what not to click on. She doesn't actually know how to search as far as typing in words or whatever, but she knows when she scrolls what she cannot click on. So I gave it back to her. I gave it back to her on a monitor, and she's doing fine. So I keep an eye on her though, don't I, baby? She's got headphones on now. Yeah, she's a little prissy pants. I think she's gonna be doing all the stuff when she gets older, the TikToks and the Instagrams and all that stuff. Well, if TikTok's still here, then or whatever is going on, it's going to be all. It's hard to say what there will be by that time. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Working on a knot, and I don't want to pull it tight. Like to get it out. It's fickle. Doesn't want to come out. And I do deal with this sometimes. I've dealt with yarn barf. I know whenever I hang up worsted cotton, well, I think I've got down a technique now that seems to work. Got it. Worsted cotton, though, can be a big pain if I'm not careful as far as yarn barf. It could take way longer than planned to hang that up. This one is going to wind up being a little over 100. I don't care. It's fine. But I do have a video idea. I do want to do I want to make some real true self-striping yarn, and I also want to see what it looks like after it has been hanked back into a regular size hank. So I'm going to do a video of me making a very large hank, and I'm going to do it, like I said, with 2 yarn swifts, and I'll probably lay it out like zigzag on some foil or plastic wrap, whichever. Hey, Jaxie. Thank you for coming in, hon. Skirt. Sorry I'm tardy. Work is crazy busy. Nibbling on a baked beef chili baked tater while I listen for a minute. Smoochies to all, and with the red. Yeah, I don't see those on here, but it's probably just because on. I'm not gonna open my stream. I got my channel open in another tab, but I usually mess up stuff when I start messing with stuff. But thank you for coming in, Jaxie May. Good to see you. And that potato sounds really good. Got any sour cream and chives on top? Oh, and cheese. Is there any cheddar cheese? And I'm saying all this because they do make fat-free cheddar cheese. They make fat-free sour cream. Noon diet wise, I'm still hovering around the 13 pounds loss. I'm at a plateau, Noon calls it. Hey, a plateau is better than gaining, right? Not giving up. I've made good progress, so keep on keeping on. The fake stuff. Yeah, I hear a lot of negative stuff too about sweetener, and I use a lot of sweetener. I've actually been using sweetener in my coffee since I graduated high school. Long time. And then I use sweetener, like I still use it in my coffee, and I use it for like my Cheerios, diet soda. I drink diet soda. I use it in my tea. Yeah, yes, that's true. I like to just stay within a range though that's healthy. I've actually at losing 13 pounds, I've actually already been able to get off of one of my blood pressure pills. So that is a non-scale accomplishment that I'm very proud of. And I have a good reason to stick around as long as I possibly can. My little rubber band companion over there with the headphones on that can't hear me. Well, the weather is starting to get warmer too, so we got a greenway we can walk on, which I don't know what my excuse really is because it doesn't have to be hot to do that. We've actually had some 60s that would have been perfect for that, so I just need to grab the kiddo, hop in the car, and go on down there. I kind of like to get her something to ride on. Where we live, she can't really ride on anything, but the greenway is paved, so that would be the perfect place for a little tricycle or something. Yeah, I'm not bothered about doing what I did in my 20s. I lost so much weight that I mean, I wasn't sick or nothing, but I think I was way too small. I was down to a size 0 or 115 pounds and, you know, nothing like that. Um, just a healthy weight, an average BMI, that's all I really want. Maybe I can get off of my cholesterol medication. Yeah, when I went vegan a couple years ago, same thing happened. My blood pressure went it felt like 90s over 50s or 60s. It was actually kind of funny. I'm like, because, I mean, when you have high blood pressure, you get kind of used to seeing big numbers. And in fact, my doctor even told me that it was acceptable. She told me what range was acceptable for her for me to be in. And it was, higher than average. And you get used to those higher numbers and then just simply change your diet and it goes down to 90s over 60s. That's kind of funny because you're not used to that. All right, this skein is 75 grams. So that means I'll take off 25 off the next one.
No, Poppy. Poppy.
Trying to think of something else to say. I am getting ready to order some more yarn dye colors. I was going to use what I had. Dee made an order for some Granny's Siamese, and I was going to just take what I have, my tobacco leaf brown. But I was looking through my collection, and I don't have a whole lot of browns. And I even wrote it down on my whiteboard not too long ago to get some more browns in the acid and the fiber reactive colors. So I've got a couple in my cart, and I need to. What's wrong, baby?
Six.
What's the matter?
Are you?
What's wrong?
They're not playing how it is.
Oh, okay. Nothing's working, is it?
No.
Okay, let's just close it and open it back up. Okay. Oh, got fuzz in my nose. Oh, what is the rainbow cake on the shelf next to you? Is it a true rainbow? All the colors. That is one of those mandalas I'm trying to get rid of. I think it's got some old. Yeah, it's gnome. It's one of the just plain old mandala cakes. Jax says, Alexandria! Say hi, Jax. Say hi, Jax. She's upset because the iPad froze up. Yeah, there's another one back behind it. I've got so many. Like my husband's big cakes. Jackson, you said you're working on a blanket, Boggy Creek blanket with the big cakes. My husband's blanket is made out of big cakes, and I've got a bunch of the regular cakes here. I mean, these things are so old. I'm gonna just start throwing those in there too. Once I'm done with the cake I'm on, it's gonna be enough. So yeah, I'm trying to get rid of some of those old ones. Let's see. He says he's lost 47 pounds since October. Changed the way I eat. No more Diet Coke either. I used to drink at least a 2 every day. My blood pressure medication, A1C, dropped from a 12 to a 6.8. Wow, Nancy, that is so good. I've heard that diet soda can actually it's a weird process because it tricks your mind into thinking that you've had sweets, but I don't remember exactly how they explained it, but that in the long run it can actually cause you to gain weight. So I've been considering maybe going a couple of days without any diet soda just to see if anything changes. And then Barbara Ricklebaker says, well, I lost between 45 and 50 pounds in a month and a half. Wow. Blood pressure is down, and so is blood sugar, unless I get upset, which is what caused the weight loss in the first place. I was going to say that's a lot of weight to lose in 6 weeks' time. Wow. And Jack says, just got an order for a hug set in primary rainbow. I only had Ogo stuff, and it is missing the purple. The nerve. What's wrong with these people? I've got two of these if you want them, Jax. They don't start the same, but they're both the same colorway. I can let you have them. Actually, I'm trying to get rid of them. I mean, you know what Mandela is, a decay weight, but confirmed they are both gnome orientation. Okay, which way do I turn? There. They're both gnome. But yeah, if you want them, you can have them. Try to get rid of them. I keep saying that. Let me know if you want them. I'll send them to you. And it has purple in both of them. I also have, it's probably just one of those. Let's see. Or if you want, nope. If you want worsted, I got worsted also. I have three of these. Karen Cakes, colorway, rainbow sprinkles. That's worsted. Yep. Okay. Yeah, email me. That don't have purple though. The nerve. Sorry, that one don't have purple. But it does have my favorite color of green. Baby, you being silly. So the only rainbow I got, I think it. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Jetten. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, Barbara, that's a lot of weight to lose in a month and a half's time. Mm. Has it stayed off? Because a lot of times when you lose weight that quickly, or if I do, I have done that, and then it comes back almost just as quick. Yeah, some people. So Nancy says she has, if I can pronounce this, gastroparesis. That sounds like a paralysis type. I don't know. Gastroparesis due to diabetes. Carbonated drinks made me very bloated. A lot of other foods get me bloated. It was either change the way I eat or get surgery. Wow. I know people that have the gastric bypass cannot have carbonated anything. They have to be careful with their diet as well. Did I? I don't know if I did or not. I have 60 on my calculator. I hate it when I do that. I'm not sure how much is on here. Maybe there was 60 left. I need to. I think that's what it is. But this is 60 and I add 40. Hope. Yeah, for the most part, I usually do fine with this. But I like the Noom diet. Um, I'm almost actually done with it, so I'm kind of curious what's going to happen. I mean, it starts with 101, and it's new 102, 103, and then it goes to 201, 202, and I'm on 303 right now, and actually I think it said I'm halfway there. And I don't know. It said I should reach my goal. At the beginning, it said I should reach my goal weight the beginning of August. It's probably moved now because I don't think I've been losing quite as fast as they said I would. Hello, Marcel. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I really need to crack that back down on myself. Though. I mean, it's kind of like when you start a race and you're all gung ho about it, and you're not supposed to start off like that, but you start off really fast. You're doing really good. You're confident. You feel great, and then as it goes on, you kind of start losing enthusiasm. I think that's kind of where I'm at. Even though um, nothing bad really happened, I'm still maintaining the weight I've lost, which I'm totally fine with. I'd rather maintain it than to gain it back, of course, but I would prefer to still be losing. But I've been at the same weight for about 2 weeks now, and that kind of sucks. But I'm not giving up. I think I just kind of like to think of it as okay, you've had a little vacation, now crack back down on yourself, get back to it, get to work. All right, there's 75. Put this on my calculator. I need 40, so I take it down to 35. Oh gosh, it's almost 4 o'clock already. Sometimes that hour just flies by. I don't even. It seems like I've been live maybe 20 minutes to me. Well, I love having you guys hang out with me. You can get a little bit of behind the scenes what I do here. Most of my yarn I dye comes in skeins. Of course, my acrylic and my cotton, they all come in skeins, so this is what I have to do to them. And it's not a big deal either. It's my husband actually made this little wooden. Let's see if I can show you a little bit. Just a plain old 2x4, and it's got a couple 2x4s holding it up. It's what I attached the Swift to. Okay, Jetton found out about a new kind of spinning wheel. It's called a kick wheel. You should look it up. All right, Jax, I'll check it as soon as I'm done. Yeah, that's on my bucket list too, is spinning. I'm so limited on space that I would probably just wind up getting one of those electric ones like Spring has. Oh, I found there's actually I guess you could say, pattern on eBay to make your own spinning wheel. I mean, it looks like it would work. It's got bicycle tire, then of course some wooden parts, but I wouldn't really have room for that anyways. I don't even know where I would put it. No idea. So yeah, I would have to probably go with a electric one. But don't it irk you though if you're watching something on TV? Okay, there was a movie. My husband was watching a western over the weekend. I do not remember he switches the channels a lot, so it's no use for me to even try to think of the name of it or what it was about. But there was some young guy and this young girl. They were just they were kind of newlyweds or whatever, and she was living with him at his house. And he was like, "Oh, honey, I'm still alive, sweetheart. Be quiet, please." And he was like, "Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff down in the basement. Just go on down here and help me stuff." She actually wanted to find old pictures of him in the military or something. I don't know. But there was a spinning wheel down there. She just kind of nice and walks over to this. I'm like, "Lady, there's a spinning wheel. Get excited over this. Get you some fiber. Make something pretty." And this is a Western, for crying out loud. She was wearing a really pretty sweater, so it's like, I don't know who made that, but you need to learn how to make one too. Do you guys do that too? I know you do. It's no use for me to even ask. Watching something and you're like, "Oh, I bet I could make that sweater." I do that all the time. Hey, there's Karen. Hey, sweetheart. Haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't been out on the streets as much as I'm supposed to be. And Jax unfortunately has to go take care of a few things for her grandson's service on Friday. Loves to all. Great to share a few moments with you all. All right, thank you for coming in, Jax. I'll check your email as soon as I'm done. And how have you been, Miss Karen? Great to see you. Okay, Bridget says my hubby would kick my butt, so I can't can't check out the kick wheel, huh? Still waiting on my Ashford Joy to arrive. Is that a brand? I know nothing about that yet. It's on the bucket list. Yeah. Gosh, it's 4:01 already. That's crazy. Well, I guess I'm going to let you guys go just in case our sweet Marianne, I don't want to step over her. I don't know if she's going live, but I like ending on a timely manner just in case she does. And I'm sure you guys have things you need to tend to as well. But I'm very thankful you guys come in and hung out with me. Like I said, a little bit of behind the scenes of how I hacked up the yarn. I like using plenty. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but I like having plenty of room. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to keep hanking, but I'm going to let you guys go. And thank you again for coming in. And I hope everyone is having and will have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. Let me see if I can find that before a moderator might find it. I'll put it up there. Let me see if she might be live yet. Okay. I don't see her live yet, but I will go ahead and put her link. Here is Crotchety Clogger. So we can go over there and hang out and see if she's going to do anything. I could have checked her community tab. A lot of times that's what I will do. Okay, 1 hour ago. I'm sorry I won't be able to live stream today. In a meeting for work, and I don't expect it will conclude anytime soon. First local performances this weekend. Lots to get organized. My apologies. I miss y'all. Okay, so there's our answer. I should have checked before if it went live. Okay, yeah. I see that now. So at least I'm not stepping on her time right now. But I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go anyways. This is just me hanging up yarn. Nothing colorful today, but still working, still going. So that's all that matters. So again, you guys have a fantastic rest of your week and weekend. Be safe, take care, and I will see you guys out there on the YouTube streets. Love you very much. Bye-bye. God bless you all.
Hey, let's go outside.